1965. A new phenomenon erupted onto the streets. It was the essence of all that was cool. It was mod.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome onto the stage the fabulous Small Faces! She's so nice. I want you to give me your sweet, sweet kisses.
And a dreaming spice to Kitchika Park, that's where I've been. What did you do there?
I got high. All or nothing, baby. All or nothing. High. All or nothing for me.
Hi, everyone out there in the whole world. That's the USA, that's England, that's Australia, that's everywhere. Now, in 2026, right, everybody wants to be entertained. Let's forget about politics. Just get entertained and get back into the 60s. And I'll tell you what, we got a famous actress, stage producer, you name it, she's done it, director, writer, everything. We introduce to you Carol Harrison. How are you, Carol?
I'm good. Yeah, very, very good. Yeah, you've lightened up my life today, so that's really great.
I've got to tell you something. I've got next to me there Sabine, the rock chick of London, right? And she's here, and we're going to talk to you about a fantastic stage show that you did, All or Nothing. And the great thing is Sabine went to the opening night when it was in 2016. Go straight for it, Sabine.
Yeah, there we go. So that was at the Vaults, 2016. And, you know, it blew me away, I have to say. And then some, because we had the 60s exhibition. And there I was with my Parker and, you know, doing looking all the mod business, you know. But everything on display, Carol, was fantastically put together. So you know, how long did that, was that your idea to do that?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you see, I'm very over ambitious. Not only did I want to put this musical on and, you know, get the cast, the band, the money, with a lot of people doubting that it would ever get put on or anyone would go and see it, because they said, oh, who are they? Small Face mods? Who wants to go and see that? You know, it was like, oh, that's not West End, that's not, you know, all that. So I fought, lots of blood, sweat and tears and, you know, fisticuffs.
You were determined.
But also because I wanted it to be a whole experience, and I wanted it to be like going back to the 60s.
Yeah. Well,
so I decided that we needed an exhibition there. So we had our egg chair. I've got one here as well. I've still got one in my house.
You know, I love that.
Stuff.
I've got a picture of me in that chair.
In the chair, Well, we decided we'd take that everywhere with us, and everybody could sit in it and have the selfie chair back. You know, not that we ever had the phones then, but you know, so that we've got a gallery of all those people. But also we had wonderful things like, you know, I wanted some clothes. We had scooters in there, didn't we? Yeah. And we had also some wonderful pictures that the amazing Jared Mankiewicz took.
Yes,
I know. And he donated those, bless him, to, you know, we had 100 pictures that were taken by him, and people could, you know, could buy them to help propel the show and stuff, you know. So, I decided we needed the exhibition as well as the musical. And how we used to get huge ride outs to it, you know. Beautiful classic scooters every night.
Well, you've got to have the scooters. And how was it with the casting? I know Kate. How did it go with the casting? Was it difficult? Did it take a long time to find?
It was difficult because obviously, unlike a lot of musicals, we wanted the band to be the band and to be the actors. So they didn't only have to be great actors, they had to be a great band as well. And especially Steve Marriott with his voice, he had an extraordinary voice. It wasn't just a regular, you know. The tallest order of all was
Go on.
the height. The
Yeah.
height. Because we get, you know, we got very talented, wonderful young people come in,
Yeah.
and they were 6 foot, or they were 5'10" even. And you know, the small faces, why they were called the small faces as well, was because they were all under 5'6".
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
true. And I was
we,
just going to say there, Carol, that's what I saw first on the net. I saw this
yeah,
band, All or Nothing Experience, and I'm thinking,
yeah,
this is the greatest Small Faces tribute band I've ever seen in the
thankfully,
world. Straight away,
yeah,
that's what got my attention. I didn't know it was a stage show. And getting
yeah.
those guys together, I want you to go into the story about how you got the originals together. And do they still play as a band? And do they go out under that name as a band? Because they can do that also.
Well, what we do now, yeah, as I say, it was really difficult to get them together, but also we had a fantastic musical supervisor who was in rock and roll and is a friend of mine rather than a theatre. I didn't want any jazz sound. I wanted it to sound exactly like that and
Yeah.
sound like them when they were young, when I saw them in the
Yeah.
60s. And, you know, and so he worked so hard on getting the exact sound. We had the right instruments from the time and everything. And obviously,
Yeah.
I was a mod too, so I knew all the clothes and they looked
Yeah. The
so
detail's
right.
important, right? The detail's so important.
It's all in the detail. You're a mod. It's all in the
Yeah.
detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, so we did all of that. We eventually got this wonderful cast, and thanks to Kate Plantin as well, who was our casting
Yeah.
director on that. And the band were magnificent. But we now still. I mean, you're saying you went to the first night, and it's like 10 years ago. That
I know. I
first
can't
night.
believe it.
I can't believe it's 10 years. So we did the tour of the show, and after all the doubting, we opened, and then we extended because it was a big hit, and then we toured around the
Yeah.
country in UK, and then we went
Yeah.
into the West End, and we had people
Yeah.
coming from all over the world, like Australia and stuff like that. And then we had the whole COVID thing, and we're just a
Yeah.
little independent producer
Yeah.
organization. We
Had
haven't
a bit
got
of a
all that
hiccup there.
big money. We can't,
Yeah.
we had to, close and stuff. But people were going, please, please, please bring it back. It
Bring
made,
it back.
it's
Yeah.
so good, and we really want it, and we need it now, especially after the whole
Oh,
COVID
yeah.
stuff.
More than
So
ever.
I rewrote it into a concert version because we can't, sadly, unless there's anyone out there wants to sponsor it and get on board, we
Yeah.
can't put out the full musical because it's expensive, we
It
with all
is.
the cast, everything, taking something out, and it was really difficult to even get insurance after COVID, because the
I
theatres.
see. Yeah.
So I rewrote it into more of a concert version,
Ah,
and so we can play the music, and we tell the story as well. I'm
yeah.
still in it. The band are
Yeah.
still playing together.
Yeah.
And so some of them have changed because they've gone on to other, like our lovely
Yes.
lady who played P.P. Arnold, who was in it, our
Yeah.
Caris Anderson. Caris went on to be Diana Ross in the Motown thing, and then
That's
she's
it.
Tina. She played Tina as
That's
well. So
right.
she
I've
went from
seen it.
iCat
Yeah.
to Tina in the
Yeah.
West End
Yeah. She's
as
brilliant.
well.
I've seen it.
But
Yeah.
we're still playing together, and we're taking that out. We're just now putting together our 2026 tour. So our
Yes.
first gig is in May the 1st.
That's right.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
still going out. But the funniest thing, well, I have to tell you this. It's I had some wonderful reviews, but one of the best reviews that I ever got was a chap who came to see the show, and people come to see it. People came to see it 40 times,
Yeah.
things like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
And when this guy came up to me, he said, Carol, I've got to talk to you. So I said, yeah, of course. So I said, I think the government should give everyone over the age of 60 a pass to come and see this show because you go out rejuvenated. He
Yeah.
said like that.
Yeah.
And it saved fortune on the NHS. And I thought, yeah, I could
It's a
have it.
good
Like, I've
tonic.
saved the NHS
Yeah.
fortunes, and stuff
Because
like
it's
that.
such a good tonic. I mean, music is a tonic, right? We
Oh,
can't
of
live without
course,
music.
touches your
I can't
soul,
live without music.
feeds
Plastic
you.
can't
Yeah.
live without music. We are, I mean, Oh, life would be so dull without music of any form, of
Yeah.
any genre. You know, it's just like we
Yeah.
need it because it makes us happy,
Well,
right?
it does.
At
It
the end
is
of the
the
day.
music be the
So
food of love, and it does
yeah,
feed your
yeah.
soul and my
So
soul, and yeah, and it keeps you, wanting
yeah,
to
I
be
mean,
alive,
we need it more than
but
ever, Carol.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Which is
Well, I
why I
can't
sort of
wait
put
to
it
see
out.
this again. So it's called the experience, is it? So how is
We call
that?
it the all or nothing experience because it is
Yeah.
like an experience. So I talk about and I tell the story of, obviously knowing Steve as I did
Mm,
and the band and that they're the most,
mm,
great
mm.
influential band and their story,
Wow.
but with their music, and celebrate them. And then in the second act, um, because the whole full musical is over 2 hours itself. But in
Mm,
the second act of this show, so we can put it on one-nighters. This is
right.
what the idea is, and we can.
Well, come over to
It's small.
Twickenham then. Please come over to
Yeah,
Twickenham. You've got an
I'll come
excellent
to
venue.
Twickenham, definitely. We will talk about that. But in the second act, also, because of that growing up at that time, I wanted to put
Mm,
together, the influence. The whole thing was that in this country, in the 60s, this working
mm,
class kids all got together and they all loved R&B and they
mm,
wanted to play that music and we rebelled and we weren't going to accept what
mm,
our parents had
yeah.
settled for, or being told that the people we're, the rigid class system, we weren't having it.
Mm,
We were rebelling against it. We were writing, and we were playing that music that meant so much to us, and going out and dancing, and taking on this style of thinking. Something I
yeah.
say in the
The
show is
image.
like, just
Yeah.
because you think we came from a place kind of
Mm,
with bomb sites and no bathrooms, that we
mm,
can't have
mm,
style and taste. Well, we do because we created
yeah.
our own culture and
Well,
our own
because
kind of sound, which was
yeah,
R&B, but with the British stance
yeah.
on it. So I
British
want to do that. So
invasion.
we celebrate some of the other bands as well, like the
Mm.
Yardbirds and things.
Oh,
I get to get them, my band, and me doing BVs and stuff as well, to play
mm,
the most fantastic songs of the 60s,
mm.
um,
Can't
that
beat it. You cannot beat it.
and so people go out, um, you really do feel rejuvenated and dance and
Yeah.
sing and,
Yeah. Well,
laugh,
it's the same
cry.
with also in Twickenham we have the Eel Pie Club and we
Yeah,
keep the spirit of the 60s and 70s. We have a
absolutely.
lot of original artists playing. It's
Yeah,
almost like they have residencies because they're always there. And they
yeah,
say, and I have to say, because the Eel Pie All Stars, when we do our special gigs, they always sing the numbers from Small Faces.
yeah,
And
yeah. Well,
there's I don't know if you know
timeless.
Paul Cox. Paul Cox
Yeah.
always, that's his
Yeah.
thing, all or nothing. That he finishes his set with that one, and so we all sing
Well, we'll have to
along. And
kick him off stage when we come. No, we'll do it with him. Bless him. We'll do it with
yes,
him as well. I mean,
yes.
I always remember my friend Zoot Money. Do you remember Zoot?
Yeah.
Oh, I met
Wonderful
Zeus.
musician.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
adored
Oh,
Zoot.
I love him. Yeah, miss him.
And he,
Yeah.
he used to say, I didn't play Ilpo because I couldn't get me Hammond on the bridge. You know about the bridge and everything, where you used to
Yeah.
play
Oh,
tuppence,
oh, the bridge.
yeah,
Yeah,
to
it's
go on the
still
bridge.
there.
Yeah, so yeah, he's a big mate of
Yeah,
mine, and from
because
that time. But yeah, I also did a series with Suits. He was an actor as well, and he was in a
yes.
series with me called Get Back, with me and Ray Winston playing husband and wife,
Oh, Ray
and Kate
Winston, of
Winslet
course.
was our daughter. So I mean, I've been in this business a whole long time, not
Wow.
just a writer, but I've
Yeah.
been an
No,
actor
you've
for
got a
and this business
very impressive
51 years
CV.
this year.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say you've got a very impressive CV. I mean, I remember
Thank you.
Softly Softly. Sorry, I'm of an age. I
Oh,
do remember.
Sophie, Stephanie. Yeah,
I remember all those, right? So
yeah,
I everything and more. And I have to say, two of my favorites.
yeah,
Okay,
Aquafina. Yeah, of course. Oh, the
and
Elephant Man. I was in that one as well. Yeah, yeah.
I got to meet John Hurt a couple of times, and
Yeah,
I know Pete Townsend and all the guys. Well, I've met them,
yeah,
over the
fantastic.
years.
Well,
But
I mean, that's I always say like getting old is, yeah,
I know. But
not
come
nice
on.
because, but we did have the best music and we did have the
Oh,
best clothes and we did have the
no
best
doubt.
time.
You're only as old as you feel. Now, let me explain this. When I saw
Yeah,
the videos, right, of your show, I see the audience and they're hypnotized. It's not only that, as soon as the music starts, they're in the show. The
yeah,
audience
yeah,
are part of the show. That came across straight away that every second they're playing, they're watching and they're like mesmerized. And
Yeah.
it's like hypnotic because you're bringing back their happiest times and their memories, as
In
you
their
said,
lives. Yeah,
and you hit the
exactly.
nail on the head. The
Yeah.
show is like the greatest happiness you can have by going to see it. It's not the small admittance that you pay for the ticket. That's nothing. It's the
Yeah.
experience you walk away with at the end that you can't create. You can't bring back that thing.
I
And
need
you
him to do my
haven't brought
marketing.
back the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the lovely thing about that is as well, is I call it a transgenerational show because we get the older people and then they love it and then they tell their children about it and
Mm,
their children sometimes been grown up listening to it, but they say to them, you've got to come and see,
yeah.
and they bring them along and then they bring their grandchildren as well.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
also call it the only musical, I think, that men drag their wives along to, because
Hmm.
men, when in the sort of musical jazz handy world or whatever they go, oh, you got to come to Dirty Dancing, and the blokes go, do I have to? I don't really want to. Whereas my show, the wives have been coming along going, well, I didn't really want to come, but now, oh, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So it was and we
It's
brought a whole new audience into the theatre.
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
Yeah.
proud of.
All ages. You know.
All ages and
I mean,
working class people who wouldn't usually go to the theatre,
yeah.
will come
I know
to it.
it's
I
a
mean, it was
real
like a
joy.
riot when you came to see it because we had so much. We ended up with all the audience on the stage as well,
I
and
know.
yeah, it was
Oh,
like
that's amazing.
they
And
wouldn't allow
anything.
that because of the health and safety. Because
Yeah,
now
you
a lot
can't
of
do.
people won't let
No.
you dance even, and I go, we do encourage dancing. I get told off sometimes by the
It's so
theatre.
exciting, right? Because it's getting the audience involved, and
Yeah,
we all want to sing along, we all want to dance, and sometimes in theatres you can't dance because they don't let
no.
you and all that sort of thing, and then
But
after you
also
get to
at a certain age as well, why shouldn't we it's all part of our culture of dancing. If mod's
you
nothing
can't
it's
sit
about
still.
dancing,
You
you've got to
cannot. If
dance.
the music's going, you
Yeah,
can't sit still. And then you
yeah.
get to pose with the scooters and
Yes.
do all that. So you've added so much to this. Um, it's so complete. Is that there's
Well,
so
it was
much,
my,
yeah,
vision, and yeah,
yeah,
luckily it's all come to, and I'm so grateful to all those people that have supported us,
mm,
and we'd
yeah.
really like to get the full musical out again.
What's your lasting memory of Steve? Can you? I don't
Uh,
want to, but I never got to meet Steve, so I bet
yeah,
Molly. But, yeah,
oh,
I met Molly, yeah,
he was just so funny. He was
yeah.
just,
Was he?
I don't know. He'd
Great
come
sense of
into the
humour.
room and then he would be like, it was like a firework going off. It was just like, I suppose that they could probably call it ADHD in these days, but I just think like mad, wonderful,
Mm,
talented. He'd sort of sing little bits of songs and he was just
yeah.
really lovely with me because I'm a bit younger than him.
Mm,
So I was like the kid that my cousins used to try and get out of the room, because I want to be in there with them. My
yeah.
cousins at the same age as Steve and they all hung out together, they were mods and stuff
Mm,
together. But they'd want to, and he'd be keeping me on side. And making me
Oh,
laugh, just making me laugh, really.
yeah,
And because I guess, you know, you get these little girl crush things, don't you? When I was
yeah.
like,
I was going to say
I think he's
he looked
7 years
very
older than me. He's 7 years older than
okay,
me. So
right.
he was probably about 14. So I was about, yeah, 7 or 8. And
Oh,
so, yeah, and he was little. So it was,
yes, I know.
it was like
And so
it was like,
charismatic.
he could be my boyfriend, you know, or something.
Oh,
But, you know, obviously there was nothing
yeah.
like
But
that. But he
when I
was,
see footage, he
pardon?
comes over very charismatic and very,
Oh
you know,
gosh, they're so charismatic. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
when I look at
And
that, I think, oh, the pictures. I've got
yeah.
so many books about 60s bands, and because, I just love the whole British invasion stuff and the Yardbirds and everything. I
Yeah,
just love it
yeah,
all, and they're all
yeah,
from like around my patch,
yeah,
especially the Yardbirds, just from like,
yeah.
so,
Apart from our
um,
lot,
oh,
from
yeah,
the other
yeah,
side of London.
yeah. But
Yeah,
again,
but we did like own them. It was like you felt, you know, people I think felt like they belonged because they were. And Ronnie Lane. I mean,
oh,
I didn't really know Ronnie then, but
mm,
later years, I'm really close to his. I was really close to his brother, Stan, who
mm,
only died last year, and I'm close
mm,
to all the kids, like all the Lane boys and Molly
yeah,
Maria and
mm,
Tonya and Maria and also Ian McLagan's boy Lee,
yes,
you know,
yeah,
and Sandy, who's Lee's mum, Sandy Sargent, Pat Arnold. We're all,
yeah,
you know, we're all brought together
yeah.
from
You're all
doing that.
connected. Yeah.
We're all connected.
Hmm.
We're still connected, and even like lovely thing like Stan, Ronnie Lane's brother. Um, he he passed away just over a year ago, really 18
Yeah.
months ago now. And I saw him the day before he died, but one of his last things that he said was that he wanted me to present the boys, Ronnie Lane's
Yeah.
boys, with
Mm.
the Ivan Novello Award that Ronnie had got at All
Yeah.
or Nothing because Stan adored All or Nothing. So
Wow. What a moment.
we did the Half Moon, which we play regularly,
Oh, I love the
and
Half Moon Putney. Yeah.
yeah, and then I was, you know, very
Why?
proud to present this Ivan Novello Award to his
Mm.
sons
Mm.
there.
What a
So
moment.
it's
Wow.
just like a big family. But also, like, when you were saying, oh, are they still playing together? I do call it the Hotel California contract. You know, I say to them, well, you can get out anytime you like, but you
You
never
never leave.
leave. You know,
Yeah.
you can check out, but you can never leave because they come back, you know, the bands. And as I say,
And
we're playing now and we're
mm.
just about to take up the new tour and we are in pre-production of a movie.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
a
is
bit
that
of
an
an
exclusive?
exclusive, bit of an exclusive. So yeah,
Now, you must have had a lot of feedback and a lot of artists that have come to see the show that you may have known or not known came to see
yeah,
the show. Can you tell
yeah,
me who you found out came and saw you and said, this is great?
Yes,
And you
names.
knew who it
Names.
was? So, what celebrities came? For example, did any of the
yeah.
Kinks come? Or anyone from the
No.
60s bands come and see the show and say, this is just, you
Brian May,
got it?
Brian May,
Brian May. Yeah. I
Brian
know
May
Brian.
came.
Sorry, did any of the small faces, Kenny Jones or anyone come to talk
Yeah,
to you?
he came to see the show. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the only one remaining, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah.
funnily enough, I love this funny. This is this. Sorry about that. This is quite a funny story because I just recently had a birthday and went on a beautiful holiday to the Maldives, and as I'm there at Mali Airport, and you have to get a speedboat to the places that you're going to. So we got on this speedboat. It didn't work, so we had to get off, and so I'm there with my like life jacket like this and sitting there and
Mm.
with my husband and he went, "It's Paul Weller." And I thought he was talking about someone who looked like, you know, dressed like Paul Weller. So
Yeah.
it's Paul Weller. Anyway, so I followed him because he was going to have a fag. And I said, "Oh, Paul, I'm sorry to disturb your fag break." But I said, "But you know, I'm Carol." And he went, "Carol." I went, "Carol, like all nothing." I went, "Oh yeah, it's fantastic."
Oh,
He said it's fantastic and it's still going, isn't it? And stuff
oh,
like that.
so
So
he knows.
yeah, so we had this chat and that was just 3 weeks
Oh, I
ago.
love it.
So,
Yeah, it's cool.
there were a lot
Yeah.
of people that came and loved it. We had some of Madness come on the first night.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
had Zoot.
Was this at the vaults, you mean? The opening night and at the
Yeah, no,
vaults? Or,
the other they came to the Ambassadors one as well, when
oh,
we opened
okay.
in
In
the
the West
West
End.
End as well. That's when
Right.
I'll send you that,
I couldn't get a ticket for that. I tried. Never mind.
well, sorry, darling. But, I was glad it was sold out.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, I'll send you some of their comments because we had a little,
Mm,
vox pop with them afterwards, and they
lovely.
talked
Yeah,
about
that's always good.
how much
Yeah,
they loved it and stuff,
yeah,
so
yeah. But
that
when
was,
you kick
yeah.
off on the 1st of May, is it that you kick off
We
with
start the
the
1st of May in a new venue, which is called the Waters Meet Theatre in Rickmansworth. So that was quite a moddy place as well, wasn't
oh,
it, back in
that's
the day?
Hertfordshire.
Ricky, yeah, in Hertfordshire.
Okay, yeah,
So
Ricky.
yeah, so
Oh,
we
I wonder if
we
I can
play
get along
there.
there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we that's not long now. So the 1st of May, then
Mm.
we're in, then we've got a couple in June, and then we through August we're playing dates around the country, and then we're in
Mhm.
because every don't know whether you know this, but every year we have the Mod Weekender in Brighton.
Brighton.
Um,
Yeah, I go
yeah, any
every time.
August bank holiday,
Yeah,
sort of celebrating the bundle on the beach, really,
yeah. Always
um, and I live in Brighton as well, so
yeah, I love Brighton.
and so we're playing there again this
Mm.
year. We didn't play last
Yeah.
year. There's so much going on. I thought, I'm
Mm.
don't want to. There's not enough
August is a
slots.
busy month
But
anyway,
we're
but
playing there again, so lots of people come to see us there who can't see us
mm.
anywhere else.
Mm.
And then we're going on until sort of October. So we've got about 15 dates booked in at the moment. Some more coming
Well,
up.
I hope there's some venues I can get to, Carol, because as you
Yeah,
say,
well, we'll
you're all
keep in
around
touch,
the
and you've got to
country.
come, and you've got to come as well. You've got to come over from Australia. We had people come from Australia when we had
Yeah, it's
the
fantastic.
opening night and stuff like
Yeah,
that. We
yeah.
just came to
Well,
see that.
we
I
worked
got to
Beetle
say,
Week
I'm
last
blown away from the West End and the plays that the English come up with. Because you got to understand, being here in Australia, I love shows like
Yeah,
on the buses. You know,
yeah.
we
On
grew
the
up with
buses.
shows like on the buses. We grew up with,
That's one I was never in.
well, I'm just saying, Benny Hill. Benny Hill was the
Yeah.
greatest singer in Australia growing up in high
He
school. I
loves
bet
the
he
Yeah,
comedy.
was. I
Yeah.
mean, like these shows we grew up with, the British humour never left
yeah.
Australia. And they're still
Well, you
watching
had £10
reruns.
poms as well,
People are
which we
going and
feature in
buying
the
the
film as
DVDs.
well. So, but
So
we'd love to come to Australia. We'd love to come
I
there. If
reckon you
you've got
should
any
come to
promoters want to
Australia.
put us on, we'll be over.
Mm.
I reckon you
Yeah.
should come to Australia. I actually reckon you should go to the US as well. I'm
We'd
serious.
love to, but
With the right
obviously, again,
promoters and the right venues and the right
exactly.
audiences, I know it's world class. I have no doubt.
Mm.
As I said,
Yeah.
when we went and saw that play, The Devil Wears Prada in the West End, I said,
Mhm.
oh, this is like, I saw 2.5 hours, and I said to my wife, Vicky, I said, you know, the production for the whole 2.5 hours, it was up there, and it never came down the level of
No.
quality. It was
Yeah,
always there. I know how great these shows are, but yours, you've got it
Mm.
all there because not only have you come up with this experience, but you're actually just keeping the small faces alive and their musical
Mm.
heritage and their
yeah,
music as well. Like these younger generations, as you said, don't know
Mm.
anything about the 60s. Their parents tell them about the small faces they
Yeah.
don't know. But
mm,
when they come to show their experience, it's the same
yeah, they do, and they go
as my
home, they buy the
sons.
records, and they listen to them again. Yeah,
I've
No.
been a
it's
huge
amazing.
Monkeys fan. So when Mike
Yeah.
Nesmith and Mickey Dolenz came, I took my sons, and my sons don't stop playing the Monkeys
Yeah,
because they're a reflection
fantastic.
of me. And that's
Yeah.
the same thing with the UK. The sound that the UK had with their music in the 60s
Mm,
can't be challenged. People in the US love the British sound. All the
they
guitarists
do.
in the
They
US
do.
Mm.
were listening to
Yeah.
the British sound. The British sound was listening to the US sound. It was like the 60s was an explosion of sound, and that's what it was.
Mm.
Yeah,
British
and that's what
experience. You know?
we want to celebrate. And it was a
Really.
time, for us here when,
Mm.
Britain was great at everything, and we could recognize that we had, you know, influential in music and fashion and arts, you know, and photography. You know,
Oh,
it was an explosion of like working class
yeah.
youth that we're saying we
And
can
the
be artists in our
fashions,
own right.
the fashions. I mean, last
That's
night I watched
incredible.
a documentary about Mary Quant last night.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness, and all that, and Bieber and everything. I mean,
yeah,
I, I had my teens and 70s, but I was born in 59. So, I did see a little,
mm,
I did kind of, the 60s had a little bit of an impact on me as well,
yeah,
the
yeah.
tail end of it. So, my mum bought me Beatles singles
Mm.
and she used to play a lot of stuff like Engelbert and, but everything. So I've absorbed it from that. And now my
Well, it
daughters,
kind of it's forever cool, isn't it? It still looks
yes,
really,
well,
really
they're
cool. And I
evergreen
always say we
tunes.
have the best dressed audiences
Oh,
of
yeah, of course.
anything because
Yeah, but I
everybody
gotta
comes
say,
and
Carol, you summed it up when you said about the greatness. You've brought back the British greatness now
Mm.
in
yeah,
2026 and in 2016, and it's ongoing. The music never dies, but seeing it
no,
with your
and it's
eyes,
something
it's
to be
one thing
proud
listening
of.
to the music. It's another thing of seeing a band that's probably the greatest Small Faces tribute band that exists in the world. That's what you brought together, and that's the first
Yeah,
thing that hit me. I
yeah,
said, these guys
yeah,
are world class. And I didn't
yeah.
even know about the play. And that's why you've done everything right. It's all in front of you, and it's world class. For sure, if
Thank
you
you,
come to
darling.
Australia, go to the US, and you hit
Yeah,
those places where Small Faces is huge,
yeah.
it's going to be an
And to get
outstanding
the whole
success.
experience with the fashion, all that stuff. We don't call it a tribute band because it's my tribute
Sure.
to the Small
Mm.
Faces and this, you know, by bringing the show.
Mm.
And but it's more than a tribute band. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
total tribute
Yeah,
in the
I
fact
can
of bringing that.
appreciate that. But from my point of view, what I'm
The
saying is,
music is
because I didn't know
brilliant.
about
Yeah,
the stage show, I thought they
yeah,
were tribute band. It's like in
yeah.
America now. You go,
Mm.
I've done an interview with the Monkey Men, the world's
Oh yeah,
greatest monkeys tribute band. And Sabine has been saying these guys have got to come to the UK.
Yeah, they should come
They're
to
the
the UK.
closest thing to the
yeah,
monkeys. Same
Yeah.
thing for you. Your
Mm.
band is the closest thing to the Small Faces. So some
Yeah.
thank
people are going
you.
to see it as a play. Some
Yeah,
people are going to see it as a tribute band. If you took that
yeah,
band on its own, even
yeah.
without,
Oh,
even if they
we
went
do.
on the
We have
road,
done. Yeah,
without the
yeah.
Mm.
show, and we're just the Small Faces.
Well,
Yeah, they're
that
amazing
what
musicians.
yeah, what comes through is a talent, right? The
Yeah, that's
talent.
right.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
that comes with extremely the casting, the time, the patience it takes to find the right guys for the job
Yeah,
because
mm,
it is
mm,
a job. It's a
I'm
big
sold
tall
on the
order.
band. That's what you understand. The
mm.
You've
band is
done it.
what it was for me,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
that's the greatest
So
Small
well done,
Faces
Carol. You've
tribute
done a
band.
great hand
That's how
job.
good you've done it. We'd like to thank Carol for being with us today. It's just been a fantastic experience for us and the world. And I just want to say, tell everyone, Carol, about the new show that's coming out and all the dates and everything for this year.
Oh, well, we've got the All or Nothing Experience, which is traveling around the UK. We kick off in May 1st, our Mod May Day, at the Watersmeet Theatre in Rickmansworth, which is now near Watford. And then we'll be taking it around the country. So go on to Rock and Roll Productions website and you'll see all our gigs. And we'd love to see you there. We promise you a rocking night out and lots of fun and
Bring it on.
just feel part of the family.
Yeah. Thank you for your time today, Carol. It's been an absolute honor. Can't wait to see the All or Nothing Experience. I'm just so excited about seeing it again, and just keep on keeping on. Thank you so
I'm
much.
trying. I'll keep keeping on until I can't anymore. And it's been a real pleasure talking to you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Carol. We salute you.